Hi, this is Talal Asfar for CAD Micro Solution, and today we are going to talk about how to create a bit more complicated PCB board shapes and features. For example, here I have a circular board with a circular cutout in the middle, and I have placed my components, LEDs in this case, in 2 rows, circular pattern at specific locations and angles. So how can I do this? Because a lot of customers are asking if you are using just this feature of defining the board shape or from selected objects. Well, it doesn't allow you to create circular patterns or in fact anything with precision. So the easiest solution for that is to use another software which is called DraftSight, and this is a very powerful tool. It's free, and here you can create any kind of shapes and save the file in the DWG format, and then in PCB you can just come in and use the import feature to bring in any kind of shape. Okay, so we are going to do that step by step today. Okay, so in DraftSight you can start a new drawing by clicking on this top left icon, and there's a new, and you can use a standard template. For example, let's say open, and I'm here in a new drawing, and now you can define anything you want. Okay, so you can just draw lines to define anything, like circular, or for in my example I was using a circle, so I can define a circle like this, and then you can edit anything you want to do, and you can define the size using the properties feature. So for example, if I click on this circle, I can define what the diameter is going to be very precisely. For example, I want a diameter of 5, enter. Then I can define another circle if I want to do, and right at the center, and for example, a diameter of 2 precise. So I can do a very complicated drawing in this very easily, and let me just switch to save time to a drawing I had already done. And here I have 2 circles and 2 features here where I'm going to place my components, and I'm going to make a pattern out of it. And I can use dimensioning from this annotate button of dimensioning, and I have mentioned these dimensions. In addition, when I'm going to be importing all this information into my PCB design, I can use the layer features to which layer is going to be imported on which PCB layer. So here I have a layer manager, and if I click on it, I have 0 and dimensions layer. All my dimensions are here on the dimension layer. I can turn it off, and you see that I can just concentrate on my features here. Okay. To create such a circular pattern, what we can use is this command, which is the array command for circular pattern. So let's go back to this, where I have only this feature, and I want to create a circular pattern for this element. I will click here, and there is circular and linear pattern, whichever you want to use. First of all, specify your entities. So I'm going to click on this, and this block I have already created, where I'm going to place my LEDs. And now a couple of things you have to define. How many elements do you want in your array? I'm going to define 10 for this inner circle, and if you click here, it will automatically calculate the angles in between those elements. Then the next thing you want to do is, for your circular pattern, what is the point of reference? I'm picking the center of this circle, and we can do a quick preview to see how this pattern is going to look like. That's what I want, so I'll just say OK. And then you can just save the file. And here I have already completed all my design in here. And once I'm done, including my dimensions and everything else, I can save the file. Come here, save as, and here I can pick any version. So you have 2013, 2010, all the previous versions. I'm saving my file in 2013, so I'm going to save it as the DraftSight pattern, save, yes, and that's it. Okay. So now that I'm done with all my patterns and everything I wanted to do here in draft site and save my file, I can switch back to PCB and I can start a new project. So this is start a new project, just blank projects, whatever you want to save. And the only file you'll need for that is just a PCB, so you don't even need a schematic. I'll just commit this project and then add a blank PCB. And once I have added this, I'm going to commit the project, which will save the files as well. So it's asking me to save the PCB file, yes. And commit the project. Okay. Now make sure you do close all your files on the draft site so that there is no interference. Save all your changes. And once you're sure those files are closed, you can come here, click on File, say Import, and now go to whatever the place it was, and here pick All Files, or you can say AutoCAD PCB, or just All Files. It's going to show you all the DWG files, and I have some backups as well. Let me pick this one. Sorry, this one. This was the pattern I wanted to pick. So click Open. And this is a very important dialog. Let's be careful about this. Number one thing you want to see here is default line width. So right now I have put it as 0.127 millimeter, which is about 5 mil. Second, what's your scale? So I am using inches, and in the AutoCAD drawing, one AutoCAD unit will be about 1000 mil for my drawing. Next thing you want to do is ask where do you want to locate the AutoCAD 00 at. So it's saying AutoCAD, but it's the same as draft site. So what it means is, where is your origin? So I'm going to place somewhere here, which is 2000 mil, 2000 mil, which is somewhere inside this board, existing board. Also, I'm not importing as a component, I'm going to bring everything as primitives. Now, if you remember, I had two layers. I had the zero layer where I had the circles, so I'm going to bring it to the outline layer. But you can pick whichever layer you want to do. There's a list of all the layers where you want to bring it, but for the time being, of course, it's the board outline, so I'm just bringing it to the outline layer. Same with the dimensions. I'll just bring it to mechanical 3, or you can bring it to dimension layers, or whichever you want to do. So it's your choice. So once you have mapped your draft site layers with your PCB layers, and you have seen the settings for scale, you're importing as primitives and default line width, you can click OK. And it is done very quickly. I have all the files in here. Now it's very easy to define a board. For example, I'll go here. First of all, I'm just going to say only my use layers. So I have outline layer, mechanical layer, and multi-layer. Out of these, I can just go into my view and switch to single layer mode. The one I am interested is in the outline, because I want to define the board outline. Now I can go to board and define from selected objects, or create board shape from selected objects. I'll select this outer circle and I will say define from selected objects. The problem is, if I select both of these at the same time, it is still cannot understand this inner circle. So I'll just create from here, and here I go. I have a circular board. So I can commit this project, save it at this point. Okay, so now I have the circular board shape, and what I want to do is define this circular cutout in the middle. But to define this board cutout, what I will actually use is a pad. Okay, and before I do that, I want to know the information about this inner circle, so I'm turning off the mechanical layer and just concentrate on the outline. So I'll zoom in, select this, and check the properties of the circle. So this is centered at 7000 mil, X and Y, and the radius is 1000 mil or 1 inch. So the diameter of this circle is 2 inches or 2000. So I can then bring in a pad and put it somewhere. Now, of course, this is going to be on multi-layer, so let me select this, properties, and I can define my center point very precisely now. So I know exactly it has to be 7000 mil in X and 7000 mil in Y, and the whole size, which is the diameter, has to be 2000, which is 2 inches. Okay. And I put it on the multi-layer, simple circular shape, and that's all I'm defining. So I'll say OK, and if I go into 3D view, I get my circular cutout in the middle. Okay. Alright, so we're done on this. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is place my components precisely in these locations. But to do that, first let me bring in one LED. So I'll pick this one, or my smaller one, bring it as a component, and place it here and escape. Okay. So the reason I'm not seeing all of this is because I have only 2 layers turned on. So let me go back, use layers on, and it turns on top and bottom layer and everything else. So now the component is a bit more visible, and I can pick this up and bring it here and start rotating it. And the thing is, if you want to place it at a particular angle, is you can always go into system preferences and go into PCB editor, and in general, and rotation step I set it very small, about 1 degree. That's good for me. It makes it easier for me to pick this component. So I can pick this component, locate it in the center, and then just arrange it the way I want to do. Of course, it's a little more tedious, but at least I have this outline to help me, and it is done. Alright, and I can change the designator in this one and just give it any other name. So finally, at this point, you can place all your components at the location you intend them to. And I have a board here in the finished state. So all the components are placed in the circular pattern. And to summarize everything, this is a circular board outline with a circular cutout, which is actually a pad. And these elements are placed in 2 circular arrays of different angles. And of course, I defined all of this in DraftSite. So I can save a DWG file and import in PCB. And in DraftSite, it's very easy to create circular patterns or linear array or circular arrays. And then all I have to do is just go here and save as, and use any previous versions if I want to, but I use 2013 to import into PCB. So do save. And then finally go back to SolidWorks PCB, and in the file there is the import menu. You click on that, and then you can pick AutoCAD, DXF, DWG, or all files, whichever you want to do, and it will show you the files and you can import. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope it helps. Thank you very much.